What I'm going to show you here is the basics of setting up the FH-2 with a MPE controller. Here I've got a UA controller and my FH-2. The first thing I want to do is turn on MPE in the controller itself. So switching to the UA editor, this is the key mat I've got on the thing. So I'll make a copy of the factory preset, which I'll unlock. And basically you want to turn on MPE, press the MPE button there. For vibrato we want, aftertouch we would like, Y control, that's the up and down slidey thing we'll have on 74, which is the default. So that's fine, and then we'll put that onto the UA controller. So that's us done for the UA, and now we'll plug that into the FH-2 rather than the computer. So that's the UA communicating with the FH-2. It's not doing anything at the moment because the FH-2 is still in its default configuration. So switching to the FH-2's configuration tool, this is the default state. So what we'll want to do is change the first MIDI to CV converter to be an MPE controller. And then these extra things pop up. The UA transmits MPE from channels 3 to 16, which at the moment you can't change, so that suits our default settings. MIDI channel is set to 1, which is the global channel in MPE, which means the actual notes will go on channels 2 to 16, which is fine. We'll have 2 voices. We've got 8 outputs to use on an unexpanded FH-2. So we'll have CV gate, and then maybe we'll have aftertouch and the YCC for each voice, and we'll set that to 74 as it was set on the UA, which is the default. So we're going to have 4 outputs, CV gate, aftertouch and Y for 2 voices, and the other thing we'll do is output 5, which is going to be our second pitch CV. We'll put that to plus or minus 5 volts just to match the first one, and send that to the FH-2. Now when we play the UA, the FH-2 responds. There's nothing plugged into here to actually make sound, but use your imagination with the LEDs. There's my voice. You can see the Y is changing output 4 there, new note triggered, output 8. Aftertouch is pressing down on output 7 there, and 6, 3 and 7. 2 and 6 are the gates, and if I press 2 different notes, you see I've got independent control over those 2 different sounds. So that's the basics of it. With an expansion for the FH-2, obviously you can get more voices, or you could have just a single voice and even more dimensions of control if you see fit, but that's the basic setup.